A wolf pack. Who's hungry?
Hey everybody, this is your boy SerWolf. Welcome to the podcast. I'm doing it solo today, episode 3, and I want to say that I am turning 27 here soon, and I wanted to drop a video for you guys to bring up something very important. Age comes for us all, and I definitely didn't see myself getting to 27 as fast as it happened. And so I want to bring in this podcast episode 5 things that I wish I knew before I was 25. It's not an easy conversation, but it's something that I think we all should definitely think about. I went to see the Inside Out 2 movie. Definitely recommend it. I won't spoil anything for anybody. Don't worry, there's no spoilers here. But I do want to say something. We all have our own emotions to deal with, and that can be difficult for a lot of people, and a lot of the time it's difficult for everyone. So I think if we come from a place of understanding, and if you guys can let us know what you think in the comment down below about this 5 things that I wish I knew before I was 25, or if you relate or have something that you want to add to it, we would greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started with this list, starting with number 5. So starting with number 5 on this list, 25 is just the beginning. Don't feel like a failure because you didn't achieve your goals at 25. You still have time. And when I say you still have time, what I mean by that is it doesn't mean that right now, at whatever age you're at, you should have achieved what you wanted to at this age. Maybe you don't know what you want to achieve at this age, and that is okay as well. There's nothing wrong with knowing that 25 can be your starting point. There is nothing wrong with that. Colonel Sanders didn't start till 64s with KFC. Different people didn't make it into the basketball league before 25. There's different categories and different ages in this world of technology and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, stocks and everything. It can be a very overwhelming thing. And some of us don't get a head start or, $500,000 to start from their parents or some shit, whatever. But the point is, you can start today. And if you're alive today, you have the time allotted to you to make whatever your dreams and goals happen. It's okay to have a starting point as long as you keep moving forward in the right direction, right? You're never too old for something. Obviously, within limits, do different things that you want to do with yourself, but you have to know that there's nothing wrong with whatever age you're at being your starting point. I had to learn that, and it's something that I really wish I knew before 25. Number 4. Learn more DIY, do it yourself. It will put more value into the things that you do and the things that you learn to DIY yourself, like changing your brakes, learning how to do research on your own, gardening, anything. It could be anything. The point is, if you learn how to do it yourself, right, you now can either turn that into a skill that you know, and you can charge for that skill. You can teach other people that skill. You can create more value in yourself and be proud of your work when you look back at something that you've done. It makes it to where you don't have to call so many people to get things done. You might be able to save a little bit of money, obviously within reason. Don't go out here trying to change your brakes on a freaking car and you've never done it before. Ask for some help. Ask people around you. That's part of DIY. You can learn how to do it from somebody else that knows how to do it. And that can be a skill you learn forever. Just like the saying goes, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish, you feed him for the rest of his life. That was something that I learned very, very young. but it didn't hold value until after I was 25 for some reason, because now being in the civilian world, I've learned that a lot of the things that I learned in the military actually transfers over a lot. I don't spend that much on brakes or oil changes because I learned how to do it myself. But when you learn how to do things yourself, it becomes more valuable than you can ever realize. So that's something that I really wish that a lot of people knew, or that I knew before 25. All right, we're getting into the nitty gritty now. Number 3. So with number 3, it's the willingness of trial and error. That's a big deal. At 25, I wish I would have known this. And the biggest thing that I can say to anyone is, you're going to fail. You're going to have some losses. You're going to mess up. There's going to be some mistakes. What you learn from those mistakes and how you progress from that point is what will make you better. What you learn and what you take from those mistakes and failures will make you better. My favorite saying is, practice makes progress. Practice is doing something and trying it and improving on it. Failure is part of that process. Everyone's winging it. I will say this till my freaking lungs are no longer with me, and I will push it out. Everyone is winging it. Nobody knows exactly what they're doing. Any person that's an expert in anything is still winging it. No matter how much research, no matter how much you do things, you cannot predict the future. Meaning, make mistakes. Trial and error is your best friend in the world that we live in nowadays, because we all know what it's like when you don't take the leap, right? You work your job, you go home, you play PlayStation all day, or Xbox, or you watch Netflix and do all that. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's the life you want to live, do it. I'm not judging anyone. But where's the risk? Where's the living in that when you can try something? Everyone's trying something different, you know, whether it's a new ice cream or trying to do tricks on a bike or taking your first run. Try it. There's gonna be some pain. There's gonna be some moments of anguish, but the satisfaction of knowing that you're trying, that builds up over time, and it definitely sticks with you. So trial and error, the willingness of trial and error is very important. I think that would provide value to a lot of people before 25, especially when you're young and you have the energy and that curiosity. Do it, use it, because why not? You know, if you use it in the right way. There's freaking teenagers nowadays, 15, 16 something years old, because they did a trial run with the website or something, and they made the effort, and next thing you know, bam, it just takes that leap. So do it. And I did take a leap with the military in my lifetime, making a promise and saying that this is my commitment. I'm going to commit to doing this contract, and I'm going to commit to this fearful jump in my life where I'm going to have to do it. And the other people that I met in the military took the leap too, to make a better life for themselves. And you can do it. You can do it. It doesn't have to be the military. It can be anything. It can be the leap to a new career. It could be the leap to, you know, something that you didn't know if it was going to work or not, but you can try, because you can always go back to a 9-to-5. They will always be there. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be afraid. There's nothing wrong with that. Moving on to number 2, it's okay to have a small friend group. There is nothing wrong with that. Prioritizing yourself or your goals sometimes will outlast a lot of those friendships, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I believe that before 25, I really wish that everyone liked me. I wanted everyone's attention. I wanted everybody to like me. I couldn't stand it when somebody didn't like me. I wanted different opinions and different people's energy, and I thought everybody could be my friend. Tyson said on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson podcast, he said, if you're a friend to everyone, you are an enemy of yourself. Let that sink in. If you are a friend to everyone, you are an enemy to yourself, because you're feeding this energy to everybody. Everybody around you gets your energy. They get your time. They get everything that they need from you. But if you don't build the foundation in your own home, how can you give a brick to someone else? It doesn't work that way. And that's okay. Before I was 25, I had so many people in my circle that I believed that everyone was my friend and everybody had their best intention. Not everyone in your friend group has their best intentions in mind for you. Sometimes it's just what they want, and that's not good for business. As I said once in a recent Snapchat story, it's just not good for business. When you want to improve yourself, sometimes you have to draw back from the circle, and your real friends will understand, and your other friends will think you're selfish. There's a big difference in that. When you're going in different routes, it's normal to force yourself to go with the flow. It's normal for people to see like, oh, well, I'm doing this and my friends are going another way. There's nothing wrong with that. If your friends are going on this way and you're going that way, if you cross paths while doing this, there's nothing wrong with that. Just commend your homies, commend your friends in the small group. You guys can learn from each other with that. And that is awesome, because now you're covering two different fields. You're over here learning all these things, and they're over here learning this stuff. And when you guys come together, it's like, oh my gosh, I've expanded my knowledge because I'm willing to share this with my friends, and my friends are progressing as well. You're not going to be able to do that with a humongous friend group. It's just not realistic, because you can, group me and group chat and everything else, but your attention is divided too much. You have to know that if you're on a path, you can't let yourself get distracted all the time, because then you won't be able to do that thing. So pick a couple people that have stuck with you by your side and see how it goes. There's nothing wrong with that. Your friend group will remain true, regardless of if you don't talk for a couple of years or anything like that. Everybody will understand that is your true friend, where you are and where you're trying to be, and they will not hinder you from that. That's a very big deal, and I wish I knew that before I was 25. Accept people for who they are and their differences from you. You can't change people. This is a very big bonus on it's okay to have a small friend group. If somebody is different from you, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a bad thing at all. But if someone is different from you and their energy is not where you are, and it's starting to make you feel declined, then that person probably isn't someone that needs to be in your small group, your small circle, and that's okay. It just means that you guys are on different ways, and it's just not right now. That person can change over time, but you will not be the person to change them. That took me a long time to learn. And I'm still learning to this day. So take that with a grain of salt. Take that for what you think it is. That's something that I really wish I knew before I was 25. For the last and final thing I wish I knew before I was 25, I'm going to leave you guys with this number one thing, and I want you guys to really think about this one. I want you to write it down somewhere. I want you to really think about it and leave it down in the comments below what you guys think about this. The number one thing that I wish I knew before I was 25. Set up a line of principles that you live by. Anybody over 25 will know that this is very important, because who you are is based off of your beliefs. It's based off of what you stand for as a person. Your core principles allow you the ability to set what is a priority in your life. It won't allow you to be swayed by other people's things that they want you to do. A car salesman's job is to persuade you into needing the car that he needs to sell that day. If your morals say, hey, this is where I'm at, this is my budget, this is what I'm standing for, and I need to know that this is what I want as a person, that is a whole lot more valuable than being sold a car that you don't need, or paying a car note that is way more expensive than you can afford because it looks nice and because you were swindled into thinking, I need this car because it has a twin turbo this or auto steering that and blah blah blah. Sometimes you just need AC and a fucking a steering wheel and four wheels to get you where you need to go, and that's just realistic. You don't need a charger or a Tesla and all this stuff. Like, just set on the value of where you want to be, and that thing works for you. Put yourself on the outside. How do you want people to view you? And then go back internally and say, how do I want to view myself? You can create what you stand for. This helps you establish a sense of self-worth, making it easy for you not to have questions about who you are, because you will know who you are when you have principles that you live by, core beliefs that make you who you are. And that's something that I really wish I knew before 25. I used to believe that what everybody told me I was is what I was. Oh, you're an angry person. No, I'm not. And then slowly your subconscious start being like, oh, well, maybe I am angry because I respond to people this way. Or maybe it's the circumstance that you're in with people telling you who you are instead of listening to who you know you are on the inside and how you respond to things. You can't control other people, but you can control who you are and how you respond to things. That's a very big deal. This has been amazing, very eye-opening for me. I'm very happy to have been open and vulnerable with the things that I learned before 25. As I'm learning at 26, turning 27, again, life happens, life changes, and things will continue to progress. Time passes effortlessly. We just got to do what we got to do. I definitely am interested in what everybody has to say about this podcast episode. I hope this did something for someone or opened up a mindset or let you guys in on my mindset. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and I look forward to hearing from all of you guys. Peace, love, and happiness. It's your boy SerWolf. Stay hungry.
A wolf pack. Who's hungry?